All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and our home team. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now Newton on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Newton again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, here's Newton. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. He's to the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
To throw on second down is Newton. Steps away to his left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Let's rock now.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. And that means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Check, 55 to right. Check, 55 to right. 65, 65, 65.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set, 180.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now let's go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Wilson's got it complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On second down, it's Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now look.
From the gun, Lawrence. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here we go.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Set. Green 39.
Off play action. Lawrence. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. In for the score. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Now for the point after.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go, fellas. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
First down, here's the run with Martin. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And off comes to Martin. There goes Martin, first down and more. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The Bucs want Jones to take this running back job and run with it, literally and figuratively, as he's back there on first down. On first down, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. It's Howard. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go now.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
We got three. Three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Here we go now.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the Panthers coming out now.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Rodgers. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he's saying, hey, run that one back, Coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that
Two
again.
more time.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Over. Here we go now.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Shaq Thompson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And his kick here is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wow. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Noah Spence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Brown, operating from the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Taken in at the 22. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Gone! Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Time to go, night.
To throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Rodgers. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked 1-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now they try the right side here. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
There's so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Now they try the right side here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments, and right now I think this team needs to open things up.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he stopped immediately there. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On 3rd down. That's Barber. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
And they'll go on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, That early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.